Oh, there's this to the corner. What the fuck? Second place, and Goku's just falling down the order now as well as Hero gets up into P3. Pepper's gonna go down the inside for the lead here in Indianapolis. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pummu Indycar series. I know it's been a hot minute. Just behind you, you can hear the cars actually lining up here for round 4 here at Road Atlanta, I think it is. Not much to say here other than this will be, yeah, it is Road Atlanta. It'll be a little bit of a newer style of recording that I want to try out. And this style of recording is going to sort of look more like a highlight reel instead of just a full race replay. Just cut down on the length for the video, cut down on some of the downtime in the videos, and depending on how this goes, I'm sure there will be more of this type of content coming your way. Sorry for missing the past 2 races. You can check out the community post that will be posted when I remembered about the race results, and next time you see me in this video, it will be for lap 1 here at Road Atlanta. And here we are, pole sitter Pepper in that black and yellow car, very sleek looking. Just behind him is Findsy in second, CC in third, Pilot John in fourth, a name I don't recognize, Gan second and fifth, Mietin in sixth, Raph in seventh, Neymar in eighth, King and Subfocus ninth and 10th, Cad, or Caddy I guess, in 10th or 11th, I've lost count, Dambo in 12th, Matt's D. Johnny in 13th, and rounding up the back of the grid is Useless. Quite a useless qualifying, as it has to be said. Here we go, we on the aerial view here. It is, I believe, as the Mercedes there in third of, I believe, CC sort of just takes the trip into the wall. I believe it was said that these drivers are allowed to go. Well, Pepper will control the start of the race as soon as he is outside of the chicane. And here we go. Going through that little right kink here, getting ready to go into the chicane. I'm terribly sorry for the lag. Just trying out a new recording software as well as new Wi-Fi. So at this point, I believe Pepper can choose to go. At this point, as we can see, our new race director, Trainwreck, saying he can choose when to go, and he has chose to go. Just as they go downhill, it is green flag here at Road Atlanta. That's a good start for Pepper. Really good start for Pepper. It's not a start Findsy would have wanted. We'll go and watch him on the aerial view. Drudy S's, he has not had the start he would like to have if he wants to challenge Pepper for the win, as someone has refreshed me like a freaking idiot. Not sure why you refresh me when I'm recording the race. That's awesome. Good job, you. Down the back stretch, going towards the chicane, Findsy has definitely gained on him though. He's definitely had a good lap. We will actually go and hop on board with him. There we go. Oh, the camera's all messed up. Never mind, I guess no spectating with that camera today. Pepper is gone from the looks of it, but that battle for third is definitely starting to heat up. Let's see if I have any of those people on my camera at all. We have Dilge, whatever his name be. Here we go, just ahead of him, this battle for third place here. Actually, they're starting to catch up to Findsy quite a bit. He's definitely not had the best of first sectors here, and he's actually having a wild Dirge go down the inside through this double apex corner, and he's gotten the move done by the time they come back into the view. In fact, that Alfa Romeo looking car might look to make a move on him as well, and he probably is going to make a move on him. We'll go on the aerial view just to see if we can get a better view. He has actually gone past Findsy there. Yeah, he has. So through the chicane, things are falling apart. Findsy even more so as that DraftKings car gets probably one of the cleaner overtakes of this race. And it was King who flew by him, actually. God, why? It's so cool that I don't have a camera on the battle for second, and I can as the spectate camera. Anyways, we'll follow Dirge here, or we'll try to, as my Wi-Fi debates the meaning of life. There we go. God, a freaking Peter Griffin outfit he has. Actually, that might be, I believe it to be King in that DraftKings car, and I believe he's just gone wide and hit a track limits penalty as well. I'm looking at the format of how things are on the screen, and I have decided that I'm going to change where this is so you can see the order a little bit more clearly. That seems like a good idea. So this battle for third place now, it has definitely not been the start Findsy would have wanted. It has. The same cannot be said for Pepper whatsoever. Pepper is running away with the lead right now. Didn't get pulled by that much either. Only got it by a few, like 1/100th of a second. But qualifying pace and race pace makes all the difference here, and it is definitely showing here for our race leader, who is now almost 8 seconds ahead of second place man Dirge. Anyways, we are back. Sorry about that. Got the names set up so I can actually see the drivers. We're back watching Findsy, who I believe to be starting to lose out a little bit here to sub-focus. We will try this camera again. There we go. Now we got some onboard action. But there you see just sub-focus starting to run away with second place just a little bit here into the chicane. Takes it nice and wide through the grass. Okay, you can't take it that wide through the grass there though. And here we go. Battle for 5th place at the moment is heating up. Out of the S's they go. Oh, Big Red is sub-focus around. Oh, Big Wreck, what happened there? I was just talking about how good sub-focus was doing. They're in second place, and it has all gone down the drain here for the Toro Rosso style delivery. What has happened? Well, that'll push Findsy back up to second. That'll put sub-focus way down the order. And has that affected the battle as well? It has. Oh, Mieton has ran over a slowdown as well, so it might not affect him that much. Because here comes Max, and Max gets past him fairly easily. King will get re-past him as well after that contact with sub-focus. And drama really just about everywhere you look on this track. Oh, wrong person. There we go. Oh, and there we see King, I believe, has also ran over a slowdown of his own. So he will once again lose out to that position as well. And now we see Mietin hoping to hunt down Mats, that's the word. As already we have our first lap car, actually a couple of lap cars already. So we have Neymar lap down. I believe we will also have Useless is up into second. I really have missed a lot, huh? Jesus Christ. An 18-second gap between them now. And we will ride on board with Mietin here. Hoping to catch up to Mats for 4th place here. Actually goes around the outside. What a move. He needs to make it stick though. Through into the S's they go. Downhill section. And Mietin's going to get the run. He's going to get the move done around the outside in turn 1. And he's... Oh, but Mats has run out of the S's. Into this double apex corner. He might be able to make something work around the outside. No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it. He does a switchback instead. Goes for the inside of that second apex. They're still side by side onto the backstretch, but it's going to be Mietin who will win out for the moment. And there's some battling behind him as well that we will go on board with here in a moment. And here we go. Here's Waffle and King battling it out. King was in that DraftKings livery earlier. Not so much now. I believe it was a possible mistake or something with his car that has brought him down pit road and into a new car. Thought King was going to be able to make a move on him. It's not quite happening. I believe there's actually some battling up ahead. Not Mietin. I can tell you that much. It's between Findsy and Mats. Mats is actually starting to make its way through the field. Look at Mats go. And he's going to be looking to hunt down Mietin here in a moment, but he needs to be careful. Findsy is still right here. He's going to take a tighter line on that second apex, but it's not going to help him any. Down the backstretch we go. And then through the chicane, Mats has ran over a slowdown penalty. And that will put an end to that battle before it even started. That will actually put him into the clutches of some other drivers. I'm trying to see if I can find one of those drivers. There we go. There's Mats. So it's King and Waffle he's back into a battle with. Ooh, that was big bump over the curb there for King. Will that compromise him? No, it won't, because Mats has ran over another slowdown. And it possibly a saving grace there for King. That was definitely not the line you want to be taking here at Road Atlanta. I guess while we have time, we will talk about here one of the newer drivers, at least to me. Gan, or Creamy Jiggly Alright, well, I've just been fined by my directors. Anyways, here we see the aerial camera, and now trackside camera here of Gan. He's in a very, very interesting livery. I can't say I've seen a livery this colorful in a hot minute. Sort of down the order a bit. In 9th place at the moment. At the moment, I believe we only have 12 runners now. We started with 14. We are down to 12, as I believe it is Kedis and Cece are 2 retirees of this race, and I believe Gan is going to have a very hungry Pepper on his rear wing here in a moment. Oh, it's actually sub-focus behind him. And here we are. This battle between Danbo and Mats is starting to heat up a little bit. Mats was doing really well earlier. Hit a slowdown. They're side by side into turn 1. Will they make it work? I'm not able to tell because I like they're still side by side. And onto the aerial camera, we see they're still side by side through the S's. How will this work out? Apparently, it'll work out quite nicely for Danbo in that ICRL car, I believe, at least. And he will get up ahead of Metz into 7th. Into the double apex corner. Can Metz do anything about it? Out of the corner and onto the backstretch. They both give that outside wall a little tap. And that is all she wrote for this battle for now. Raf is one of the many drivers in a Formula 1 styled livery. He's sort of more in a classic Ferrari livery though. Don't see that too often. He is looking to catch up and start a bit of a battle here for what would be 3rd place. He has a little bit of ground to work, but he is sort of in just barely within range of basically the largest group of cars on track so far. And actually, we will turn our attention to King, who goes around the outside of Findsey. Findsey must have hit a slowdown there in the chicane, and it has not ended well for Findsey, to say the least. It has not been a very good race for Findsey whatsoever. Started this race in 2nd, now all the way down to 5th. Not the start he would have wanted here. And you know, while we have time, why don't we go on board for a lap here with, so far, our pretty dominant race leader, Pepper. Through the S's, hits a little bit of a bump, but that's not too ideal. But you can recover from that, get into the grass, take basically as much space as you can, get as close to that wall on that double apex there to get as good of a run as you can onto the backstretch. You need to be able to carry as much speed as you can. As soon as this lap is over, it seems we'll be going back on board with Findsey, who seems to be battling it out with King, at least according to our leaderboard. That was a pretty blatant corner cut, I have to say. Don't know if I agree with that line too much. And here we see Findsey slow out of turn, or not Findsey, Miatin slow out of turn 1. Thought it was a mistake for a moment, but no, he's actually one of the first few people out of pit road. And now he has to worry about some lap traffic here, as he actually becomes lap traffic coming out of the pits as well. And that was Pepper in that black and yellow car that got past him there. And just as I was setting up a bit of an onboard angle of that battle there between Subfocus and Miatin, it has all gone wrong for Miatin as he goes through a slowdown. And there we saw on the tracker, I believe that was Danbo in pit road, it is. And I was correct in thinking that he was an ICRL car. At the moment, Pepper holds the fastest lap as well, which is honestly no surprise. Actually, a couple more cars down pit road. One of them is Findsey. So Findsey, the guy who started in 2nd, hasn't had the best of starts. He is out of pit road now. I believe he was joined by someone else, and actually that is, if my eyes do not deceive me, our race leader Pepper into pit road. That is Useless up into the lead, actually. So yes, that does put Useless in the lead, but you have to imagine you would have wanted a bigger gap too. You would have wanted a much bigger gap than this, coming out of pit road and taking the lead if you want to hold the lead when you have to pit as well. But yeah, we're on board with Neymar. There we just see, I believe that to be, I didn't actually quite catch what name it was, so yeah, that was Raph down pit road. And just as I had predicted, Pepper is starting to hunt down Useless. Actually gets a much better run through the chicane. Oh my word. He got right up there on his rear wing. Not able to get a move done, though, but he's definitely going to be in prime position to set up a move here into the S's, into turn 1, right on the rear wing of Useless. The grip difference is showing, and Useless still off track. Finally gets back on track. They're side by side through the S's. How will this work out for these two? Battle for the lead. They make contact. Pepper goes a little bit wide and has to slam the brakes to avoid hitting the wall. And that will be a little bit of an annoyance here for our so far dominant race leader. Not anymore, but he still has time to make a second charge. And here we go. We'll go on board with Pepper here. I just want to see how much of a difference of a speed difference here through the chicane will have. Useless has caught on to Pepper's line though, but that did not help him too much. Pepper gets a decent run. Actually, Useless might have had a better run through the chicane there, so good on him for catching on what line is the fastest. Into turn 1 they go. Uphill, Useless is wide, goes over the curb, and that might be all she wrote. And it is. As we go back onto our helicam, Pepper is back up into the lead. And Useless just not able to hold back Pepper, especially on those worn tires. The top 3 are very spread out, though Useless still has the pit. At least I believe he still has the pit. But we have Findsy here starting to catch up to Dirge, Subfocus, whatever you want to call him. But we have Mutant also catching up to him, and just behind him, Waffle also starting to catch up to him. Useless is actually in pit road, or has gone down pit road, or has made a mistake on his lap. Not too sure which are the ones it is. There we see Neymar and Gan in pit road. Oh yeah, and here we go. I said this battle might start to heat up. It is definitely heated up, as they're going to go side by side down the backstretch. It was a bad double apex for Dilge, and it is going to cost him, as Dilge is actually just going to lift and let him by. So Dilge wanting nothing to do with this battle. He knows that Findsy has more pace than him, or he just wanted a cleaner run through the chicane. It has not worked for him, and actually Dilge is coming down pit road. So now it's a little bit more obvious why he lifted and let him by. And there we see King coming out of pit road as well. So a couple of drivers already coming and going. And here we have a sight that is going to be a quite interesting thing to deal with here. We have Pepper, our race leader, moving in to lap Mutant, King, and Findsy, who are up and basically Pepper could very well lap everyone at this rate. But there we go, into the chicane. We'll see how much better of a run he gets than Mutant. He gets so much of a better run. And he will put Mutant a lap down by the time they head into turn 1. And there they go. And that is shocking to see. I mean, you want to talk about dominance. Here's dominance. Pepper, our race leader, only has one car in front of him between himself and lapping everyone outside the podium, and it seems like his draw might be a little bit easier, as I believe that was Findsy. Findsy made a mistake somewhere along into the double apex corner. Now he has a very hungry Pepper right on his bumper down the backstretch, and roles are swapped, but Pepper does still have one car to get to the podium, and he's going to slice through them with ease, it seems. gets past, finds the after the mistake, and looks for the outside. Ooh, looks for the outside of King, but King throws a late block there. And that's going to compromise Pepper a little bit as well. But at this rate, I don't think this is... I really don't think there's any other choice for this. Or any other way that this can go here. Through the chicane they go. Pepper is just so much faster with that abused line. They freeze for a second, they come back, and Pepper's looking for that move on the outside of King. It didn't work a lap before, and he lives. He actually lives off the throttle. He doesn't want to make the move on the outside. He switchbacks. He does a switchback on King through turn 1 into the S's. He's going to get past him because of that switchback. And you can say that Pepper's dominance can be oh, what has happened there? Pepper has definitely hit some sort of slowdown there on the edge of that corner. And God, just as I'm starting to hype Pepper up, of course he does. Oh, what is actually happening to Pepper? He's starting to struggle here. Some sort of issue with his car, I'm not too sure. I was just about to say, Pepper's dominance may not be 100% about yellow flag ahead of them, as Danbo, it seems, has made a mistake into the chicane and has collected King. And, well, that's going to allow Pepper to get right past him. What has happened to Danbo? He's very slow. Very slow reporting. He's suffering from major lag issues right now. And I mean, we may see yet another retiree from this race. Yeah, pulling off to the side of the track, I believe we are going to see an unfortunate retirement here. No, he's still trying to keep it going. Oh no, there we go. He's found a safe spot where the drivers can't easily get to him. I know it's not the battle for the lead we were hoping for, but so far King in this latter part of the race has been probably the only driver that has been able to keep up with Pepper here. And I am wondering if King would like to keep himself on the lead lap here. He's took a very... I want to call it a sim race. He's took a very sim racing line through that chicane. But I don't think King will have that much grip left to fight Pepper unless something drastic happens. Here we go through the chicane. Actually, we were just talking about it. Just talking about would Raph be able to make any inroads here on Newton. He's starting to have a better exit out of the chicane. And seems to have had a much better exit out of turn 1 as well. Through the S's they go. And definitely close enough that that gap is not increasing or decreasing. And there we see Newton finally gets past Gan, who is at the moment marked as 2 laps down. Anyways, I am back, and oh my goodness, Newton has had an awful exit out of the chicane. Do I have any of them? I do. So we'll go on the aerial cam as Waffle goes down the inside of Newton. Newton looks for a switchback in turn 1, and that is as clean of a switchback as I think I'm going to ever record. That was honestly textbook switchback there for Newton. We were just talking about how Newton is definitely one of the better drivers in this league. He hasn't had a good exit out the S's though. and into the double apex corner. Waffle is going to take a much tighter line through the first apex. Oh, Meaton's going to bump him out the way. They make big contact there onto the second apex. They're side by side now. And heading into the chicane, Meaton's just going to be able to pull ahead, I believe, just because of the line. He's going to pull ahead. Will Waffle make a move into the chicane? No, he just needs to bide his time and focus on getting a good exit. Meaton hits a slowdown. Here we go, on board with Feinstein. Just as we go on board with him, he gets past Maps. We're going to go on board with that battle. And unfortunately, the battle has turned into an overtake instead. So not a lot to report on there. And here we see Max down pit road once again, sporting an entirely black livery. And there we can see, just barely maybe, we might be able to get a better view here as he drives past the leaderboard. Pepper still holds on to the fastest lap. It might surprise you to know that the fastest lap of this race is currently 2 seconds faster than the pole time he set in qualifying. And actually, this might get interesting here as we go on board with Meaton, looking to get past Gan here and looking to hunt down Waffle for 4th place here. Waffle had gone past him earlier. Looks like Meaton's looking to return the favor here. Through the double apex they go. Double apex, there it is. Waffle hits that outside wall. He's going to compromise his run. And as we go into the aerial view, we see that Meaton's probably going to get ahead of him once again before they get into the chicane. These two cannot get enough of each other, it seems, here in these final few laps. Through the chicane they go. Waffle gets a much better exit there. My word. What an exit that was. It's definitely been a very good race for Waffle so far. Where has Meaton gone? Oh, Meaton has definitely messed something up while I was monologuing. As, oh, Waffle has hit a slowdown. Just as I was talking about Meaton messing up a corner at some point in that final sector, Waffle hits a slowdown out the chicane and loses the position to Meaton as they head into the S's. And that is rather unfortunate, really. Of course, that's what I get for talking good about a driver. Commentators stir. Oh my! They make contact as they go into the double apex corner there. That was Waffle as he just sends it into the corner. And now look at him looking to make a move here on Meaton. We'll go back onto our helicam for this battle here. Into the chicane they go. Waffle's going to look for a good exit here. Looks like he's got it, but it also looks like Meaton has had an even better one. And I am correct in believing so. Here we go, lap 42 of 45 here. I believe our podium is basically set, but what about the positions out of it? This is, I believe, a battle that's going to go on till the end between Meaton and Waffle here. And Meaton has not had the best of exits out of turn 1, it appears. As again I lag. I have no idea why my lag is suddenly just worsened. And here we go. Neymar's gonna move out their way, it seems. Yeah, she's gonna move out of Meaton's way. Doesn't quite get out the way of Waffle there. They make contact. That's gonna compromise Waffle's run, which is gonna save Meaton, as it seems that he didn't have the best of exits out of that double apex corner anyways. And actually looking at it, it kind of looks like Neymar's gonna make a move around the outside here. Meaton, no, she's just trying her best to stay out the way. Waffle's gonna go wide out the chicane. It's a slowdown. And that battle for 4th place may have been sealed right then and there. And here we see King and Gan down pit road. Lap 44 of 45. I can only imagine this is King maybe hoping to make a sort of last ditch effort to hold on to the fastest lap here. He currently holds the second fastest lap, if I recall. So it'll be interesting to see who holds on to that fastest lap point by the time we reach the checkered flag. Here comes Fines, here comes Dogen, here comes Pepper. White flag in the air here for our race leader. It has been a very dominant showing for Pepper here at Road Atlanta. Findsey's just going to move out the way. Findsey might actually have an issue with his car. He's moving very slowly. He is. Findsey is out of gas as the white flag flew. Needed one less lap in this race. He would have made it to the end. Neymar also seems to have ran out of gas. Yellow flag in Sector 1. Neymar is out of gas. Findsey is also out of gas. Neymar is parked right in the middle of the track. It's not on the racing line at the least. So we do not have to worry about a potential collision, maybe. But it's definitely not what you would like to see. And actually, Findsey has actually managed to find, I guess, some spare fuel. But it doesn't matter about Findsey. Pepper across the line. Wins in dominant fashion here at Road Atlanta. Here's King and Findsey, though I believe King will finish in third place. Useless will hold on to second. King, this is King's attempt at the fastest lap here. And judging by those actions there in the final corner, it doesn't seem he believed the lap was good enough for fastest lap. And it will be King in third position as his livery is now finally the DraftKings once again. Yeah, so here he is, your race winner, Pepper, here at Road Atlanta. And there we see Trainwreck also trying to take a picture. And blocks my view like a... don't tell him I said that. And yeah, that was about as dominant as you can get of a win. And... very good performance for Pepper here, especially. I mean, started on pole and then wins the race here. Actually, who got the fastest lap? Also gets the fastest lap here by almost a second, so improved on that last fastest lap by a lot. And what's crazy about this fastest lap is that this is 2 seconds faster than the pole time he set. But yeah, definitely a very dominant performance here for Pepper. And here we will go over the leaderboard then. It is Pepper obviously in the win in victory lane. It is Useless in second, King in third, Meaton in fourth, Waffles in fifth, Max in sixth, King is trying to kill me. Subfocus or Dilge in seventh, Findsey in eighth, Gan in ninth. Neymar ran out of fuels on the final lap, and so she will probably be marked a lap down. Dambo, Pilot John, Kedis, and CC are all marked as retirees, and Pepper's car has blown up. And with that said, that'll be all here in the Pummu Indycar series at Road Atlanta. Sorry for the lack of footage for round 2 and 3, Auto Club and the street race at Nashville. Just work be damned, I'm not able to show up every time. There should be more footage of more races coming in. Tune in next week, I believe, for Phoenix Raceway, round 5. And I will do my best to get you guys similar footage like this race for basically the rest of the season. Other than that, thank you all for watching, and let me know in the comments what you think of this sort of highlight reel styled video. Other than that, I'm Finical, and this has been the Pummu Indycar series.